Hello students, in the previous session we have learned about the dispersion of light through a prism. In this particular video or session we will see the factors on which angle of deviation depends. Okay students, first of all we will see that what is the angle of deviation, and after that we will see on which factor it depends during the dispersion. Okay students, so here is a prism. As you can see, it is the top view of that prism. Okay, if we need to draw the 3D view of that prism, it will be like this. It will be like this, students. Okay, so we are generally taking this face. This side we are taking, and that this one surface on this side. Suppose this is the prism and the front view we are taking, it is the refracting surface, and on this side it is also the refracting surface. Okay, and the lower side it is known as the base. Okay students, every light ray will bend towards the base. So the lower portion is what? Is base. So whenever a light ray strikes on a prism, okay, on a regular prism. Now the question is, what is regular prism? Regular prism are those which has all the angles of 60 degrees. Okay, it will be 60, it will be 60, and it will be 60. So if it is 60, definitely it will be what? It will be an equilateral triangle. Okay student, so whenever a light ray falls on the prism, and suppose it is the light ray, it is falling on the prism on the first refracting surface. So after refraction, what will happen? It is the normal on the surface. It will bend towards the normal. Okay student, because it wants to go in this direction when we are not taking the prism. But in the situation of prism, due to the denser medium, because light ray is coming from rarer medium to denser medium, it will bend towards the normal. And at this surface also, we can see that here will be a normal. It will be a normal. So if it is a normal, we can see that light ray is going from denser medium to rarer medium. So it will move away from the prism. Okay students, in this case what is happening? It is the incident light ray. If we move this light ray in this direction, because it wants to go in this direction, okay, it is the path of this light, but due to the refractive index of the prism, it will bend towards the normal. Now what will happen in this case? So here we can see that light ray is coming in this direction. It is what? It is emergent ray. The actual path of the light was this, but due to the refractive index of the prism, light is bending towards the normal. Here we can see that the angle between this emergent ray and the light ray which is going in the straight direction, it is known as the angle of deviation. Okay student, now we are talking about the angle of deviation, that on which factor it depends. Meaning of the factor means by which factor we can vary the value of angle of deviation. Okay students, so let's see the first factor on which it depends. So the first factor is the angle of incidence. What will be the angle of incidence? It will be the angle of incidence. Okay, so what will happen in this particular case? If we are increasing the angle of incidence for a certain value, then up to that value the angle of deviation will start decreasing. But if we increase the angle of incidence further, suppose we are extending it more, we are more extending it, then after that the angle of deviation will start increasing. Okay student, now what happened in this case? Suppose up to a certain value, say 30 to 40 degree or any angle that can be, up to which we are increasing the angle of incidence, in the result of which angle of deviation will start decreasing. But after that, what will happen when we increase the angle further? Suppose we are increasing the angle after the 40 degree. What will happen? The angle of deviation will start increasing. Okay. Now let us try to draw a diagram on this. Okay, students. So if here we are taking the angle of deviation. In the previous video we were showing it by D. We can show it by D also. We can take it as D also. It depends on our choice. Okay, we are taking it D. So the angle of deviation, it is the angle of deviation, and on this line I am taking the angle of incidence. Suppose if the value of I is increasing up to a certain value on this part, let us say in the starting the value of angle of deviation at this point. Okay, it is the value up to this point. Okay, it is the point in the starting when we are taking the minimum angle of incidence. But when we start increasing, the angle of deviation will start decreasing. Okay, the point will come like this. Okay, we are increasing the angle of incidence, but the value of angle of deviation, suppose here it was 40, in the next step it will be 30. So it is continuously decreasing. Okay, if we are increasing further, it will be like this. It will decrease more. It is on this graph we can see the maximum point will show the maximum value and the minimum point will show the minimum value. Here you can see it is on the maximum and I is the minimum. As we are increasing the I on this point, so the angle of deviation is also decreasing. Okay, in the next case, suppose here is the point on which the angle of incidence we are increasing, angle of deviation is decreasing. But after certain points, suppose we are here and we are increasing the angle of incidence further, so the value will start increasing. Suppose it was 20, so it will be certain like 25. Okay, it will start further also if we move further in this direction. That is, we are increasing the angle of incidence continuously. It was like this firstly, then we are continuously increasing the angle of incidence. Okay, so after that, what will happen? The angle of deviation will start increasing. Okay, if we are at this point, it will start like this. Okay, a particular value you can understand by the graph. Okay, we have already solved the graph in the previous classes also in the maths. So here you can see that the graph of this particular angle I and angle D, that is angle of incidence and angle of deviation, will be like this. So here we can see that a point comes only a single point. Here you will find a single point only. Okay, a single point, or we can say the single point of angle of incidence. Okay, there will be a certain value on which the angle of deviation will be minimum. So at this point on which the angle of deviation is minimum, okay, it is known as the minimum angle of deviation. Okay, students, if we are increasing it further, we can clearly see that a single point will come, that is a single value of angle of incidence will come on which the angle of deviation will be minimum. It is known as the minimum angle of deviation. Okay, students, we can denote it by angle of deviation if we will write in suffix minimum. Okay, now the point comes that which will be the point, which will be the angle of incidence on which the angle of deviation will be minimum. Okay, so there will be two cases. Number one, if angle of incidence becomes equal to the angle of emergent angle, that is, this angle is equal to this angle. Okay, that is emergent angle. Okay, students, if it is happening that angle of incidence is equal to angle of emergent, in that case the angle of deviation will be minimum, and if the angle of incidence is equal to angle of deviation, then definitely suppose we are taking here first refractive angle, that is R1, and we are taking here R2, then these both angle will also be equal, that is angle R1 will also equal to angle R2. Students, we can see that the first case is angle of incidence will be equal to angle of emergent angle, and if it is happening, we can clearly see that if it is happening that this angle is equal to this angle, so we can clearly see from this diagram that the remaining angle on this side, it will be also equal. Okay students, if both of these angles are equal, suppose we are saying it 60, it is a regular prism and it is also 60. Okay, so we can say that it is 60, it is also 60, it is 60, it is also 60. Okay student, we can see from the diagram that if in a triangle that this angle is equal to this angle is equal to this angle, so we can clearly say that this line will be parallel to this line. Okay, and in this diagram we can see that it is the refracted ray, it is the base of the triangle. Okay friends, so the second case will be if refracted ray becomes parallel to the base. So on these factors, in this way the angle of deviation depends on the angle of incidence. Okay, that is if in the starting the value of angle of deviation will start falling, then after that the angle of deviation value will start increasing as we increase the value of angle of incidence. Students, remember that in whole process we are increasing the value of angle of incidence, but the variation is coming in the angle of deviation. So it is the first case in which the angle of deviation depends on the angle of incidence. Now the second case is it depends the angle of prism also. Okay, it depends on the angle of prism also. If we are increasing the angle of prism, okay student, in the result angle of deviation will also start increasing. In the next case on which the angle of deviation depends, that is the third point, if we are increasing the refractive index, of the light which is inside the prism, then the refractive index if increasing. Okay student, we suppose we show it generally by eta. Okay, in the most of the book you can also find that it is showing the refractive index by nu. So if refractive index is increasing, definitely it will bend the light more. Okay, it will bend the light more. If it is bending the light more, definitely angle of deviation will increase. Okay students, we have already seen in the previous session that refractive index is increasing, definitely angle of deviation will also increase. So what is the meaning of refractive index? Actually it is a property of that material. If it is showing the if the light inside the prism showing the higher value of refractive index, you can clearly see that, or you can clearly say also that the angle of deviation will also increase and in that particular case. So these are the properties on which the angle of deviation depends. Okay students, we can also say that if the temperature is higher, if we are increasing the temperature of a certain place, we are not taking it at normal room temperature and we are increasing the temperature of this particular prism, then we are throwing the light. So what will be the impact on the angle of deviation? Okay, students, if we increase the temperature of any substance, the particular material start getting the energy. Okay, if that is start gaining the energy, definitely the particles of the prism will start loosening themselves and the density of the prism will start decreasing. Now the question is, what is density? Density is the closeness of particle of any substance or material. If we start increasing the temperature, definitely the density of the substance will start decreasing. If density will start decreasing, definitely it will affect the refractive index. In the result, the refractive index will also decrease. If refractive index is decreasing due to the decrease in density, definitely it will affect the angle of radiation also, and it will also decrease. So if we increasing the temperature, fourth point, if we increasing the temperature, in the result angle of deviation will start decreasing. Okay students, so these are the factors on which the angle of deviation depends.